What's good, internet? It's your boy Jake here, dumb as ever, and in today's video on the second channel, Smart Jake, I'm gonna talk about the mainline Transformers 1 reveals of today, which is May 2nd. Last time I talked about Transformers 1 on this channel, it was a reaction to the trailer, and I gave a pretty mixed reaction immediately into it, but over time I've gotten a little bit more into it. I have watched the trailer more and I've enjoyed it more and more each time I've watched it. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting, but I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it's going to be more of a Mutant Mayhem situation, like TMNT Mutant Mayhem, where it's more cartoonish and kiddie, but it's also really, really good. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So I wanted to talk about these new reveals of the mainline series of toys they're doing. So not the studio series or not legacy, mainline, which means they're all on their own. They're Transformers 1 specifically branded. And let's just jump into it, man. First, we're going to talk about the Cog Changers, which are the one-step changers for the line. I'm assuming they changed the name from one-step changer to Cog Changer because Transformers 1 one-step changer is a little confusing. But for the assortment here, we have Bumblebee, Airachnid, and this is our first good look at Airachnid as a character. We saw her in the trailer, but not really her alt mode at all, or this new render gives us a better look. And Wheeljack, interestingly. Wheeljack, who turns into this thing, which kind of looks like a vehicle. It's got Wheeljack stripes anyway. And we get a render here. So this is our first Transformers 1 render of Wheeljack. Some people were saying he looks like a little bit different from the other two. And I agree there's something different. I think he's just not as textured. Like if you look at Airachnid, look at all the shininess of her chrome head and stuff like that. He looks a little bit more muted, so I'm just assuming they didn't render him very much, or not as much as these other characters. He looks a little bit flatter as a result. That's my guess. I mean, I don't know for sure. But that's what I'm thinking here, why he looks a little bit different. But I do think this is a new design, so if we see him in the movie, he'll probably look like this. He might be in the background more, but it does look like they actually did a character design for Wheeljack, which is nice. Now, these one-step changers are super simple. They are one step. So here is a video of the Transformers Cog Changers. As you can see, the T-Cog, or Cog, I don't know what they're calling them, it's kind of hidden here, and you can slide it up to see it, and then you press the button and it transforms. Very fun. Bumblebee looks a lot like his movie version of his vehicle mode, which is fine. I mean, that's how it looked in the trailer. Airachnid here turns into like a little robot spider looking thing, which is cool, makes sense for her. Airachnid, I'm not super familiar with the Transformers Prime cartoon. I didn't watch it. Not a hater, just it was like during my Transformers dark period. So I don't know anything about this character. To me, she just seems kind of like a Black Arachnia ripoff with a worse name, in my opinion. Airachnid. I don't know. It seems kind of lame to have a pun in your name. I'm trying to think of any other Transformer like that. If there's an obvious one, please let me know, but not many Transformers to my knowledge. Their name is just a pun. But no hate, she could be an awesome character. I like her spider design. I like the big one eye. It's kind of, it's kind of antithetical to spiders to have only one eye, right? And then we have Wheeljack, who turns into his little car mode, which looks fine. Cool little guys. They're meant to be $10, I believe, at retail, so makes sense. And next up we have the Robot Battlers, which are, if you've ever seen those Aikido toys in the store, or if you've ever had one, they're kind of like that. I got a video here. You basically put them on these little platforms, and their arms are pretty loose, and when you press those two little gray things together, they swing around, And you can, it's like kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots a little bit. Seems like the objective of the game is to knock the other one off the pedestal. But these guys do actually transform, and they're not one-step changers. They have multiple steps. It's like 3 steps compared to 1, but there are more. So here's our first Alita 1 action figure that we've seen from the movie. Looks good. A little bit of an overcoat going on here. Hopefully the Studio Series does it a little bit better, but the vehicle mode looks really cool. I like her vehicle mode a lot. Then we have Megatron here, who, this is our first full look at Megatron. We've seen a lot of D16, but we haven't actually seen Megatron before. And here he is. He's got scratches on his Decepticon symbol for some reason. Not 100% sure why. And Megatron and Optimus are going to come in a 2-pack together. That's pretty cool. It'll be $24.99. Here's Optimus. Oh, and we should talk about the tank for Megatron. Looks pretty cool. I like it. It gives me a little bit of like Armada vibes maybe, with the elongated tank treads ahead of it. Doesn't quite look like an H tank, but pretty close. So I'm really digging the look of Megatron here. This looks like it would be a really cool Studio Series design. Here's the packaging for the Optimus Prime versus Megatron. Looks awesome. You can see it is officially Megatron here, not D16. And it looks like if you press the things together on the package here, it'll spin around their faces, which is fun. I really enjoy the packaging color scheme for the movie. Like, I really like the blues and oranges. It's just a color scheme I kind of like in general, but it looks really nice, really eye-catching. So here we have some individual robot battlers as well. This is our first look, I believe, at Sentinel Prime, who looks pretty cool. I like his jet design. This character is being played by John Hamm, and there have been rumors that he's going to act a lot like his animated counterpart, which would be funny. We also have Bumblebee here. Yeah, so Bumblebee, Alita, and Sentinel Prime look like Wave 1 of the robot battlers. And they're at $15. And then we have the 2-pack with Optimus and Megatron for $24.99. Okay, and here we have something pretty cool. I really like how this looks. This is Power Flip Optimus Prime. Now, at first glance, he looks a lot like those power armor toys that we saw, but he's actually packed with gimmicks. He's really interesting, and I'm kind of into the look and, you know, ideas that this guy is bringing. So first things first, he has an Orion Pax mode. He has lights and sounds as well, but he's got an Orion Pax mode, which looks a little funny. The proportions are not fantastic. He's kind of like this, a little bit of Earthrise Megatron-ism going on. He's got a shield and his battle axe. He looks cool, a little scrunched up, but still looks good. I really dig the design of Optimus Prime, by the way, in the movie. Like, I'm really into it. And he also has this Optimus Prime mode. It kind of looks like you pull up his chest a little bit, and he becomes Optimus Prime. The proportions in this mode look really good. He looks really awesome. Looks like a nice big Optimus Prime to have. Since we're not going to get like a leader class size from Studio Series, if you want a big chunky guy, this might be the route for you. He's also got this vehicle mode. It looks okay. It doesn't look as good as the Studio Series to me personally, but looks alright. Now, the real gimmick is the Power Flip. And I do actually have a video from the TF Hype guy on Twitter. So let me turn this noise off. Okay, so let's watch this. He looks even worse at that angle. Yeah, okay, I was right. I didn't even watch this video before, but just yank him up and he transforms. He's got a bunch of lights and sounds. Yeah, and then to give him the power armor or whatever, you just... Oh, and he goes up even taller. Oh, and his matrix shows up. Let me replay that. Whoa! I don't know why. That's really funny to me. I like that. That's a fun That's a fun gimmick. It's crazy how many times he extends upward. He just gets taller and taller. He gets that shield. He's so short and scrunkly. He comes with a sword, interestingly, and I have to wonder if the sword is like the Star Saber or if it's like it comes from the Matrix. That'd be cool. I'd really be into something where like the Matrix gives him a new weapon to use. I do feel like there's an emphasis on the Matrix. This guy even has a removable Matrix, which is kind of wild for a mainline toy like this. Very uncommon up until now, but he has his own Matrix. So I have to wonder in the movie, is the Matrix like a super-powered T-Cog? Is that the explanation? Will Megatron have his own sort of Matrix that upgrades him into Megatron, like Orion Pax is upgraded into Optimus? I don't know. It's all interesting. Lots of theory crafting to do right now with only one trailer. And not seeing much of the world they're inhabiting. But all this is really cool. I really like getting new information about the movie through toys, because I think that's fun. Really interested in why Megatron has scratch marks on his Decepticon symbol. If the Matrix has a bigger role in the movie than we even think. Is it going to be the MacGuffin of the movie, and that's what they're going to need to like save the day or whatever? I don't know, but I'm really interested. Let me know what you think about these toys down in the comments. Thanks to TFW2005 for posting this news so I could look at it for a YouTube video. I really appreciate TFW2005. So I gotta give a shout out to those guys. If you want to see me talk about more reveals and stuff like this more often, please comment down below. I need to know that you guys are enjoying the content, so sound off.